All right, good morning. We are headed
Morning.
to the toboggan ride thing.
Toboggan ride thing.
Run, I guess it'd be a run.
Run.
To see if we can hopefully get towards the front of the line.
Front of the line.
Good morning. It is freezing outside.
It's so cold. It's so cold.
I don't know why, but I agreed to go on a trip with this guy again.
You know you missed me.
No. We're on our way to Canada. Quebec,
Canada now!
to be specific. So, yeah. You're along for the ride now. And so with that, we headed off on our long, snowy adventure through unplowed roads up through the frozen tundra until somebody missed the turn. Somebody missed the turn because our map recalculated, so he decided to turn around in a driveway that hadn't really been plowed yet. So we got a little stuck. I had to get out and push. But we're back on the road, so everything's great.
Hey, we're on the road. It's all right. I mean, there's nothing to it, you know?
Sure. Despite the poor state of all the roads, the scenery on the way to the border was actually quite pretty, and we ended up stopping a couple of times to take some pictures. We've made it into Canada. It has turned him French.
We be baguette.
It's crazy, but it's fun. We thought that maybe the roads would be better just because, Canada, why not? No, they're still bad.
They're almost worse. Okay. Jeez, I'm losing control again.
But it's fine. So now we are officially Canadian citizens for a weekend. Not really, but we can pretend.
We are Canadian.
And yeah, we still haven't seen any moose yet. Still mad about that. But maybe here. Maybe. Once crossing into Canada, we still had quite a ways to drive over snow-covered roads. After stopping for a quick bathroom break at the first civilized place we saw, we continued on our way for what seemed like forever until we finally made it to our destination, Old Quebec City. After parking the car, we set out to see the sights and find some food, because we were starving. And then, my phone died. Luckily, Rob recorded a little at the restaurant we ate at so you can see what it was like. If you're ever in Old Quebec City and are craving some Italian food, hit up Portofino. It was some of the best Italian I've ever had. Hello. After we got here and got wandering around yesterday, my phone died. And I did not have my camera with me. So there's no footage from anything that we did last night. But hopefully some of the things we'll go back to tonight. And I can get some footage. But if not, Rob has a little bit. I can kind of show you. But yeah, we spent the first night in this hostel. It's really nice, really clean, really great. I'm gonna check out the breakfast scene now, and then try and find Rob because he's disappeared, and we'll see what we're gonna do today. After eating some Canadian Fruit Loops, I went to meet back up with Rob, who told me about his addiction.
Also pronounced, I have an addiction.
We then headed downstairs to join a free walking tour of the city that our hostel provided. Despite the freezing temperatures and the fact that our toes practically fell off, the tour was actually pretty informative. We learned how and why it's critical for people there to get the snow and ice cleaned off their roofs in the winter, and how people with seasonal jobs like a mountain bike shop worker are the people who perform this job during the winter. We also learned about the history of the old city and how there are 3 separate styles of architectural influence within the city walls: French, English, and Romantic. We got to see the Parliament building just outside the city walls, and even went inside a castle, now a fancy hotel, which is pretty cool. We watched the ice flow down the St. Lawrence River, saw the U.S. consulate, and ended the tour going inside a church, which Rob and I had been in on our Bell tour 6 years earlier, so that was neat to revisit that. We just finished our walking tour. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. Our feet are frozen.
Yep.
And my thighs hurt. It hurts to walk. So we're gonna go get warmed up. Unthaw. Nope, not unthaw. Yes, unthaw.
Yeah.
Thaw our toes.
Yeah.
Thaw our toes, and then go from there. But yeah, learned some interesting stuff. Saw some interesting things. Had to hike through 18 feet of snow 7 times.
Yep.
And yeah, that's how it's been. So after getting warmed up and resting a little, we headed back out to explore more of the old city and to get some lunch from a place our tour guide recommended, Ashton, to get some poutine, which we had wanted to get before we left. Once our lunch was finished, we continued exploring until we got too cold. Well, we went and got some poutine.
Yes.
He's at the stage where all he can say is yes to it. We went and got some poutine, wandered around a little bit more. We're gonna go back to the hostel, get warmed up, rest up a little bit, and then at about 6:30-ish or so, we're gonna come back out. We'll get some hot cocoa from Tim Hortons.
Timmy's!
And then we'll go get some footage of some pretty lights, and then we're gonna go watch a parade, and yeah, we'll go from there. So that's what we're doing. We're gonna go chill and get warm. And that's exactly what we did. We headed back towards the hostel, slipping and sliding the whole way, as we were totally unprepared for this trip. Once me made it back to the hostel, we just chilled out, got warm, and took a little nap. Alright, so Rob was asleep. I had to wake him up. And he's too full and maybe a little too tired to come back out into the cold to get the hot chocolate and go get footage of the lights and stuff. So I'm gonna do that by myself. We'll meet up at the parade and yeah, enjoy all these lights. The night before had been beautiful with all of the lights that were hung around the city and lit up, and being that my phone was dead, I couldn't record any of it for the vlog. So after grabbing my hot chocolate, I hit the streets to get some footage of all the pretty lights to show you and to experience the night vibes of the old city. This one street in particular really felt like a Christmas time market or something, with how narrow the streets were and with the snow and the lights everywhere. Having wandered around for a bit, it was now time to meet up with Rob for the Winter Festival Parade. After standing around for what felt like hours, the parade finally started, and it was actually a pretty cool parade. There were a lot of neat costumes and cultural themes as part of the parade, even though I didn't exactly get or understand them as I'm not familiar with Quebec's culture. There was also one of their snowblower truck things, and those things are massive. That was pretty neat to see. There were some cool puppet things that looked like foxes, wolves, and owls, a guy spinning a giant cube, and even a float from Ubisoft, which was an Assassin's Creed themed, and included a guy jumping off of a beam, just like they do in the games. The parade is still going, but we got way too cold, so we're calling it. We're gonna go to this popcorn place and get some popcorn because we've been smelling it all day, both today and tomorrow, and we really want some. Woo! So we're gonna go get some popcorn. Hopefully they're still open. They're supposed to be open for another hour, but they might have closed early because of the parade. I don't know. But we're gonna get some popcorn, go back to the hostel, call it a night, and then hit the ground running to do a couple last things tomorrow before we head out. So yeah, that's where we're at. And that's exactly what we did. We went to this popcorn shop called Mary's Popcorn Shop and got some popcorn to snack on before bed. It was a nice little shop with lots of different popcorn flavor options. I ended up getting a trio of cheddar, regular, and maple, which was so good. All right, good morning. We are headed to the toboggan ride thing.
Toboggan ride, thanks.
Run, I guess it'd be a run. To see if we can hopefully get towards the front of the line.
Front of the line.
And ride down that. If not, then we'll just wander around. Yeah. We're gonna go do that, then we'll check out of our hostel. Hit up the town one last time so Rob can buy the souvenirs he forgot he needed to buy. And get some food, and then we'll hit the road, head back home. And that's our trip.
Toboggan.
He is rushing me to get to this toboggan. It is crazy. After walking and standing in line in the freezing cold and strong wind, it was finally our turn to grab a sled and walk it up to the top of the hill for our ride down, which, as you see here, goes pretty quick. And oh boy, was it cold.
Oh, here we go. That was fun.
After our sled run, it was now time to go back to the hostel for one last time to check out of our room. We then attempted to go and get some pizza before hitting the road, but as it was still breakfast time, that didn't work out. I ended up getting this breakfast poutine instead, which was pretty good, but not my favorite. Once we had eaten and gotten warmed up, we made our way back to the car to start our long journey home, over snow-covered, unplowed roads, this time in a snowstorm. But first, we had one last stop to make, Tim Hortons. We stopped. We got him his Tim Hortons.
Yes.
Because he wanted Tim Hortons. So we got his Tim Hortons, and we're gonna slip and slide the rest of the way home now.
Oh my lord.
But yeah, that's gonna do it for this episode of the vlog. If you liked it, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. He might be back, he might not. I don't know. I haven't decided yet.
It depends on if we make it back home.
And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Bye.